What's up, YouTube? Your girl is back with another video. Hey. Today's video is going to be how I got into essential oils. So it all started when my daughter was 11 months old. I think she was 11 months, or she just turned a year. So she was 11, 12 months, somewhere around there. And you know, she was freshly put into daycare. So my daughter had only gotten sick once as an infant. Or baby, when she was about 9 months old, I believe. She got like a stomach bug that I got, so we probably gave it to each other, or probably I gave it to her, to be honest. But so she was only sick once prior to being in daycare. When she went into daycare, she started getting this cough that just seemed to get worse and worse and worse, and she was wheezing and you could hear it rattling in her chest. And my daughter is my first so far and my only, well, so far. She is my only so far, is what I meant, and she's my first. So, you know, to me, this is kind of scary because she's only a year old. She has a nasty cough that's never going away. I knew that it did have something to do with daycare because, well, kids get sick all the time and kids pass it around to each other all the time. But I didn't know like what else to do because nothing I was doing was working. So I took her to the doctors, and the doctor told me that she had asthma. And you know, it was just scary. All I could think was, oh my gosh, like she is susceptible to getting asthma attacks. What if it happens and I don't know and I'm not there, and you know, things like that. So I'm pretty sure anybody could imagine how scary that would be. And now you're thinking your 1-year-old child has asthma, you know. So the doctor had prescribed 2 puffers for her. He had prescribed an orange one and a blue one. And I'm pretty sure they're all the same across the border. Yeah, so I forget which is which. I think the blue one is more daily use, whereas the orange one is more like as needed kind of thing, I think. I'm not even 100% sure. So I followed the doctor's orders. I got her the chamber for little babies, and you put the mask on them, you put the puffer through, and then you squeeze it that way and it goes through the chamber. I fought and wrestled with her every single time. I think I had to do that about 3 times a day, every day. And to be honest, that was kind of hard too because, you know, she's a baby, so just getting her with that chamber on, it was just so much work just to wrestle her down to get that thing on, and then she's screaming and she's crying. And I would do this, and there are some days that I would fail and I would miss a day, or I'd miss a dose, or something would happen and I just didn't get around to it for whatever reason. And we're human. I'll never sit here and beat myself up for it. She's okay, so I didn't do that bad of a job. But you know, I thought, well, this isn't right. She is not getting better at all. And if I missed a dose, her cough would come back in full effect. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, what are these puffers really doing if the minute I stop, she's right back to square one? The other thing that really triggered me was the fact that the doctor said, make sure I rinse her mouth out after I use the oil. After I use the puffer. Now that to me is a red flag, because why would I have to rinse out her mouth if she's ingesting the product? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I understand that you brush your teeth after you eat sugar, but we all know that sugar's not good for you, right? So now she's taking this medicine that's not actually really good for her. She has to rinse out her mouth. And that just really made me feel that I don't want to do this. I don't want to keep her on puffers. How long is this going to last? Is it going to last till she outgrows it? Is she going to be on it for what, 6 years? And then finally I can take her off. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I figured there has to be another way. What were people using before there was puffers? Because I'm pretty sure asthma existed before there was puffers, and people dealt with it some way, somehow. And that's what got me on my journey of researching other ways to take care of my daughter and take matters into my own hands. After doing some research and things like that and meeting some wonderful people, I stumbled across a very wonderful lady who introduced me to these oils. So I gave these oils a try. At first I was a little hesitant because my daughter is so young, but the thing about essential oils is when they are pure and they are 100% and they are the actual herb or the actual plant is grown organically, properly, and in its own habitat, there are no side effects to the oils. So then I thought to myself, well, what do I have to lose? I don't have anything to lose. The only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to apply these essential oils to her, and nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to change. And so that's exactly what I did. I gave it a chance. I started diffusing an oil called Breathe. It's called Breathe in America, and in Canada it's called Easy Air. So I started diffusing that in her room at night, and I would sometimes apply it to her chest. So I would dilute it with coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil, and I would dilute that, rub a little bit on her chest and on the bottoms of her feet because your feet are very porous, so they would absorb it. And it was amazing how quickly it cleared up. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh my gosh, her cough was gone the next day. Oh my goodness, it never came back. Not at all. My daughter is still in daycare, which means these things still come back. However, it is a lot less of an issue. She breathes clearly. She still snores at night, but you know what? I snore at night. So, the other thing I learned about oils versus other forms of treating things is sometimes the oils aren't as immediate. So they do take a little bit more time to set in, but once it does, you're golden. And so pretty much what the oils have given me is a chance to take matters into my own hands, to really take control and take care of my family. And that's something that, you know, I really appreciate. It's something that society doesn't give people anymore. Nowadays, when something's wrong, you always have to search outside of yourself or search outside of what you already have. These oils have really given me the chance to take control of my life, my family's life, in all aspects. And that's really what got me into essential oils. And after I saw what it did for my daughter and her breathing, I realized that there is no limits. And pretty much that, with a lot of research, I learned that, you know, there's an oil for everything. And it's just an amazing feeling to know that I have all the tools that I need necessary to take care of myself and take care of my family. So that is what got me into essential oils. And I hope you guys enjoyed that little story time. Especially to all the moms up there, I'm sure you definitely understand exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it's the worst feeling when your child or your even younger sibling or anything like that, or even your parent actually, it's really hard to watch them be sick or not feeling well or anything at all, and you can't help them. So I hope you guys, like I said, enjoyed that little story time. I'll leave the links to where you guys can get oils down below. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting on here weekly with more tips, tricks, and just anything that there is that you should know about essential oils will be coming to you guys weekly. So make sure that you turn on those notification bells because I will see you soon and you don't want to miss out on the next video. So see you later.